So, okay, dear mates, I welcome you all to this tutorial. So, we are going to be learning how to draft this wonderful blouse that you guys are seeing. So, the first thing to do is to mark your starting line. So, from there, you are now going to mark your shoulder to chest line, shoulder to bust point, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to the half length, and shoulder to the full length. So after that, you have to move forward a bit and remark all these measurements once again. This is because you want to get a straight lines. You do not want your lines to be slanted. So if today is your first time of coming across my page, you are highly welcome. My name is Sochi, the creative director of Divas Fits. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share for more interesting tutorials. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to label out all the lines. Okay, so on the chest line, you are going to divide your shoulder measurement by 2. You are going to do the same thing on the shoulder line as well. So after that, I'm going to mark the width of my neck, and you can mark your preferred width of neck and your preferred depth of neck. Okay, so the next thing to do is to mark shoulder slants of 1.5. So with this, I'm going to connect it to the width of my neck. So you're going to divide your bust span into 2 and mark on the bust line and the full length. Your bust span is your nipple to nipple measurements divided into 2. So you have to make sure that you are going to mark it like so. So I'm going to take out a dart, and this dart I mark 0.5 on the center front side and 0.75 on the side. Okay, so from the bust point you're going to come down by 0.5, and you're going to use a French curve to connect it like so. So I'm going to come in from the center front by 1.5, and from there I'm going to remark my darts. Okay, this is because we are going to now remark this dart, which means that the previous dart we marked, we are not going to be using it again. We are now going to be maintaining the red line. This is just how to get the shape of this blouse. Okay, if you look at the shape of the blouse, is a bit slanted, and this is how it is achieved. So you are going to go up by 1 inch or 1.5 from your chest line, and from there you are going to come in again by your nipple to nipple measurement divided into 2. Okay, so I'm going to mark the depth of my neck, and I prefer using 0.5 below my chest line. Okay, so I'm going to mark 0.5 dots at the over bust tightening. So from the end, you are just going to connect it to the depth of the neckline. So at this point, you can use 0.75 in between the line, or you can use 0.5 as well. So you are going to place the French curve like this to smoothen your line and making sure that the overbust tightening lines, they are the same. So you are going to add this overbust tightening that your bust circumference measurement divided by 4. So you are going to drop down at that point by 0.5. So to complete it, you are going to find the middle of the armhole, and you are going to come in by 0.75. Now we are going to connect this measurement to that 0.5 we drop down on the chest line. Okay, so just look at how I connected it. That is how you are going to connect yours. Okay, the 0.5 below the chest line is to help your blouse to relax. Okay, so whatever thing you have on the chest line, you are going to remark it on the bust line. So you are going to be doing the same thing for all the round measurements. You're just going to divide all the round measurements into four plus the that we have added, and you're just going to, return all these dots we have just marked. Okay, so with that I can go ahead to connect all my points. Please, if you have learned something from this tutorial, please like this video, leave a comment so that I'll post more sewing tutorials for you guys. So you are going to find the middle of your waist, and this is because we are going to be applying our cinching effects. So you are just going to find the midpoint of the waist. Okay, making sure that you are starting from that red line. Okay, so you're just going to mark it like this, and you are going to extend it upward. For the cinching effect, you can do as big as 0.25 in between the line, or you can just do 0.1 if you don't want to add so much cinching effect. Okay, so I'm going to take this line down, extending it. This is because I have to tighten the hem a bit. So now we are going to draft the back pattern. The chest line for the front and the back is always the same. It doesn't change. Okay, but when it comes to the half length, it's not the same because we are going to be using a bust dart. So the difference you have from your shoulder to bust for the front and shoulder to front for the back is your bust span. Okay, so at this moment I believe you guys understand what I'm saying. So from there I mark my shoulder to waist for the back, because there is no shoulder to waist, shoulder to bust. So I'm not going to be marking my bust line because there is no bust point at the back. So now I'm going to mark the full length, and that is it. So you are going to come in and mark the width of your neck and the depth of your neck as well. Okay, so remember that your front and your back pattern make use of the same width of neck. It doesn't change. Okay, so you are going to remark your shoulder measurements on the shoulder line and the chest line. Okay, so for the shoulder slant for the back, we normally use 1 inch, and that is just what I did. On the half length, I came in by 0.5 to take out puffiness at that point, because our back is not straight, and because of that is why we go in at least by 0.5, even though it's corset, but it is still very okay for you to go in at that point by 0.5. On the armhole I came in by 0.5, and I'm just going to connect it like this. Having gotten to this point, I'm going to mark my bust span. Alright, you're going to mark your nipple to nipple measurements. You're going to divide your round circumference waist by 4, and you are going to add extra 2 inches to your waist divided by 4. This is because we want to have some channels at the back, and to achieve that we need space to be able to create the channel. So for the back pattern, you can decide to add cinching effect, or you can just maintain your measurements. So you have to make sure you drop down also by 0.5 from the back armhole. Okay, so at this point you are going to divide your round upper hip circumference measurement by 4. Okay, so from this point I drop down by 1.5, and I'm going to connect it slantedly back to that point. So for the back, it depends on what you really want to achieve, as you can always style your bodies according to your preference. So whatever thing you have on the back, you are going to divide it into 3. and you are going to take out that 2 inches we have added to our waist divided into 4. Okay, so that is the dart we are normally going to see. Okay, so I'm going to take it out like this, and I'm going to connect it like this. So did you see the way I extended it at the chest line? This is because I want to also tighten that point. And I also took this down because I want to tighten the hem as well. Okay, so after that, this is what we have, and I'm not adding any other cinching effect to the back. So if you want to add any cinching effect to the back, it means that you have to say your waist circumference measurement divided by 4, maybe plus 1.5. Then you can take out 0.5 as another cinching effect. But I also only added cinching effects to the front. Okay, so with this we can now go ahead to cut out our pattern, and from the hem I went up by 1 inch.
I was a storm crashing loud, rumbling skies and angry clouds. But now I'm here, feet on the ground. Breathing in, I'm calming down. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm slowing time. Feel the rhythm settle in my mind. Let the waves fade, let the chaos drown. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm calming down. The fire burned, but it's now ash. Tides retreat, no need to clash. The echoes hush, the noise unwound. I'm breathing deep, I'm calming down. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm slowing time. Feel the rhythm settle in my mind. Let the waves fade, let the chaos drown. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm calming down. No need to fight, no need to race. This moment here is my safe space. The world can wait, won't wear the crown. Just me in peace, I'm calming down. I'm calming down. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm slowing time. Feel the rhythm settle in my mind. Let the waves fade, let the chaos drown. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm calming down. I was a storm crashing loud, rumbling skies and angry clouds. But now I'm here, feet on the ground. Breathing in, I'm calming down. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm slowing time. Feel the rhythm settle in my mind. Let the waves fade, let the chaos drown. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm calming down. The fire burned, but it's now ash. Tides retreat, no need to clash. The echoes hush, the noise unwound. I'm breathing deep, I'm calming down. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm slowing time. Feel the rhythm settle in my mind.